Hi loveliest of all people. Today I don't want to give you one recipe, but instead I want to give you 3 recipes of really hot drinks that will help you go through winter time, that will help you go through some sicknesses which is around, the pandemic which is around. It will keep your immune system boosted, it will keep you boosted, and it will keep you happy. And these are 3 Turkish traditional drinks. It's outstanding, beautiful Turkish tea. These other 3 drinks also is little gems from Anatolia. The first one I want to talk about is Kaynar. When you directly translate the word, drink is called the boiling. Why it is that? It's very hot. Secondly, it starts to boil your body once you drink it. And with that boiling, it boosts your immune system, gives you a lot of strength. And how it does that is another story. But Kaynar is the mother of loğusa şerbeti. Loğusa şerbeti is the drink that is given to the woman after she gives birth. You know, the body is exhausted. She has to give milk to the baby and a life came out of her body. So think about the trauma that had been gone on. This sherbet helps the woman to recover and plus be up. This sherbet is also given to the ones who come for the visit. So they also help. But because it's such a great drink, lots of people in Anatolia drink it in wintertime. Actually, we know the taste from another place and it's called Starbucks chai tea latte. If you like chai tea latte, but if you don't want to get it from Starbucks or if you don't want any additives, this is also a recipe that you might be interested in. How do you make it? We get 1.5 liters of drinking water. And to that, we add a tablespoon of clove. We add a tablespoon of allspice. We add fresh ginger as big as a walnut, and we add some galangal, which is called in Turkish havlucan, and we have 2 pieces of cinnamon, and we let it boil for 1.5 hours. So all the goodness from these spices get into the water and the water's color change slightly. Then after we add some molasses. Actually molasses works for 2 ways. Once adds some sugar taste, and secondly molasses itself has this healing power of, if it's from a grape, it's from a grape. If it's from carob, the gist of the goodness is kept in the molasses. We continue to boil it for another hour. Then our Kaynar is ready to drink. We put it in a glass and then we add some walnuts on top. So we drink it with walnuts. This is kind of dense. For example, I myself cannot drink that sugary stuff. So what I do, I put it in my refrigerator. You can keep it for like months, even years. I put a little bit of that mixture and I add hot boiling water and then drink it like that lightly. Or, as I said in the beginning, it's very similar to the Starbucks chai tea latte. If you add to the mixture a bit of cardamom, it also has a bit of cardamom taste, and make that mixture same way. But instead of water to the mixture, finally when you're preparing, you add some nice milk. It becomes the chai tea latte that is served in Starbucks. Yes, it's incredible. Probably, I know we have lots of people from India which are watching us, and chai tea latte could be from that culture. So if you know about this, if you do it traditionally, I would be very happy to learn about it, and that would be marvelous. If you want, like for example, the winter has passed, another thing you can do, put it into ice cubes and put them in, and plus you can add cold milk. It becomes also very nice. So this is a very nice mixture. I have studied a bit, and I want to tell you the ingredients help to your system. For example, if we start with cinnamon. Cinnamon is great for antibacterial things and antifungal things. Also, it's great for colds and it balances your blood sugar. It also helps for dehydration. It's good for fartless life. Because it's a different tradition, we might know English, but sometimes my English might be offending or sometimes might not be culturally right. So if I use a word which might be not so good, sorry, please know that it's not because I'm careless, but it's because I really don't know. And allspice carries eugenol. It helps your digestive system. It also is good for the gas. It's antiseptic and it makes you strong. The other beauty is clove, and clove is so good for so many things. Especially it relaxes your body and it's good for spasms that you have. It's actually antiviral, antifungal, anesthetic in a way. For example, I remember once it was winter in Cyprus and we were in Cyprus. It was freezing cold. We were just shivering. We just went into the car, but the car's heating was not enough. What my mom did was she gave each of us, she had small cloves in her bag. She carries it, it's good for the mouth smell, and sometimes she carries it. And if you chew that clove, your tongue starts to get numb, your whole body gets hot, and it's a very interesting experience. If you haven't tried, please try it. And clove also helps that, yeah.
Actually, clove is one of my favorite spices. I carry it with me all the time.
You're like my mom, huh?
Yeah, I'm like your mom. And I also sometimes when I don't know what to drink, just hot water and put some 2 cloves in it, and the taste is wonderful.
Directly it becomes like a tea.
Yeah.
Super. Havlichan, which is galangal, it's also good for mouth smell. Again, gas, give you power and helps you digest better. Digestive system, you know, is very important. If you relax your digestive system, the body has the time and the energy to heal the body. Very popular concept of fasting actually comes from this as well. So these ancient recipes are really good for the world in that sense. Kaynar is like that. Hope you like it. Please, if you try it, I would really want to know. And it's really, really good.
Yeah, and I also would like to add, when you make it, the house smells wonderful.
Yes. Secondly, let's go to something fun. It's called sahlep. Sahlep is actually a miracle from these soils. I want to tell you a story. A guy goes to the mountains of Marash ages ago, sees some kind of like small testicles of, in a way, orchids. I don't know how he does it. He combines it with milk sometimes and then put it in under the snow, and then it becomes something amazing. It's this Turkish ice cream. These testicles of these orchids, in a way, is incredible. When you powder it and mix it with milk, it starts to go like gooey and it elongates. It has this puddingy consistency, but it works as if it has gluten in it, but there's no gluten. This is an endemic thing which isn't very easy to find everywhere. And I want to show you the originals. These are...
Now you're showing that, I want to ask you something.
Yes. These are...
Here I have the orchid. Where are the testicles?
It's not in every orchid. This is like small wild orchids. Take the root out. This is a girl. These are the dried ones. Once dry and make them powder, but it's very expensive. So if you come to Turkey, in summertime, it becomes this great ice cream, Marash ice cream. In winter time, it used to be this sahlep houses that sell this beautiful thing. Because this is endemic, I had this for like 7-8 years. In our kitchen, we wanted to keep it sustainable and we want our kitchen to be full of bereket, so we don't use it. Brands like this sell it as dust sahlep. It's like instant sahlep, you mix it with milk and then it becomes, but because you cannot use the whole sahlep that much, there are guar gums, lactose, there's lots of additives in it. So how can we make it? For a glass of milk, you add 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of flour, half a teaspoon of starch, and if you have vanillin extract or if you have vanillin powder, a bit of that to give you taste. It's very different in the different parts of the world, but to get that much of milk with the vanillin taste would do. And if you are a fan of cinnamon, like 2 pinches of cinnamon as well. Mix it and mix it and mix it on the stove top, and it starts to thicken, and when it starts to thicken and bubble, it's ready. You pour it to a glass and you drink it slowly and surely and happily. It's here. Would you like to taste it?
I prefer adding some cinnamon.
I already drank it, sorry. It's the first time she's drinking this one. There's cinnamon inside. Very nice, huh? Much better than any...
Soothing, flashbacks, memories from childhood.
It's not like a dessert that you drink and it keeps you warm. Okay, then We continue on another thing, which is great apple tea. For the winter apple tea, we need 1 apple, which is not wax, because everyone wants their apples to look like the one which made Snow White sleep.
Let the wish grow cold.
They put wax, and wax keeps the outside well and increases the life expectancy of an apple, but it's not so great. So check your apple. If it's not wax, that's apple that you can use for your apple tea. First, we peel the skin off the apple and we take the middle part out and we use it as well. Also, use the meaty parts. If you have like eaten a day ago or in the morning, like 3 apples, 2 apples, and the leftovers are there, you can use the leftovers to make the tea. And also 2 clementines. If you don't have clementines, you can use lemon. If you're using clementines, you can just use the skins. But if you're gonna use lemons or oranges, you have to zest the skin without adding the white parts, because they're gonna make it bitter. You add a skin of 2 clementines or 1 orange or 1 lemon. And then we need some spices. First, 1 cinnamon for the sweetness and the balance, and then a teaspoon of allspice, a teaspoon of currants. It's also good for the color and it gives you a little bit of sweet taste. Apple does as well, the currants does as well. It's really good. Half a teaspoon of cloves, a teaspoon of black pepper. Black pepper is edgy and it's really good for many things, and at the same time gives you strength and it wakes you up in a way as well. Some ginger, you can like slice the ginger or grind it and put the water as well and take the other parts out. The slice would work, but if you grind it, it makes it stronger as well. So you add all those and you let it boil for at least half an hour, and voila, you have this beautiful drink. You can drink it for the whole day. Like you drink it and you are not finished with it, but you have added a lot of things inside. So you can sieve it and put it in the refrigerator. And every time you want to use, put a bit of that and put some hot water and it will work.
And you can go to sleep.
How do you drink it originally?
At the like first 2 hours, you don't need to dilute it usually. But after 2 hours, the spices really open up, and actually we want that, but then it becomes really strong. Even though you turn the heat off, it still continues on brewing. Don't throw it away if you don't have time. Just let it stay at least for the whole day and then sieve it. And then because it's gonna be really strong, you just have to use like, for example, in a glass like this, you put a finger high. We have that Turkish thing. And then put some hot water and it will work. Turkish brewing is kind of different and I want to show you that. This is the thing that I have designed. The shape of the pots are here for a long time, but what I did is, normally this is a traditional Turkish tea pot. It's 2 stories. When the nation started in 1920s, they said that it's very important for these soils to grow their own things. It has to be self-sufficient. One thing that people get is tea from outside, so we have to grow our own tea, but it needs a subtropical climate, but in Turkey we don't have it. But to cut the story short, you have to brew the tea much longer than the ones you're used to when you drink a Twinings tea or something like that. So what it does is we put the tea on top and the bottom is hot water, and because it boils, the top part is less in terms of degrees, so it brews better in a longer time and it doesn't go bitter in a very short amount of time. What I did, for example, if we get all collected on one day, we at least drink 5-8 glasses of tea each of us. So think about 10 people and how can you just brew the tea all the time. So this is kind of like if we are 2 people and together like this. If we are 4 people as a family, you use the teapot like this. And if we're really crowded, or Bahar wants an herbal tea, and usually if there's someone who wants a different kind of tea, that would be her. We use these 3 stories together because this is lower on temperature. First this gets brewed and this takes longer time to brew. So once this is finished, this is ready in black tea, or if it's herbal tea, mix and match. So this is my design. Hope you like it. I just wanted to share with you guys. I'm proud of it, huh?
You're very excited.
Yes, like when you're watching this video, probably it won't be on sale yet. If it's on sale, we put it. But but like I just wanted to share it with you. Why did I tell you this? So if you have a Turkish teapot like this, or if you're interested in different kinds of teas, this kind of system, doesn't have to be mine, like two-story system, is very nice for brewing different types of tea. I wanted to introduce you when we talk about some things to drink. So that's it. In Turkey, we have other drinks. For example, this is a very interesting one. You eat it with leblebi. Actually, this is dried chickpeas and it's called boza. It's a fermented, very interesting drink, but I have to like give a whole episode about it. As I said, we have this beautiful Turkish tea. Maybe another nice episode could be about it. We have Turkish coffee. We have an episode about it. It's there. So hope you enjoyed it. We have other cold drinks which are incredible too, but now I think it's time to shut up. Take care.